Oh, bing, bang, a boom, bing, bang, boom. We're here. It's PubChat. It's Friday night. And the shits and giggles are all warmed up and ready to go. Let's hope so. And we've got a large crowd in the room tonight. So it should be a lot of fun. And to take us round the roundy table, the table around us, which isn't usually very round because we're on PubChat. So it's a pool table. So it's very rectangular. So, Aimee, take us round the extremely rectangular table.
This sounds like a brilliant plan. Hello, everybody, and welcome to PubChat. This is going to be a lot of fun this evening because we do have a very large panel. So first up, I'm going to start with we always start with her first because she always has the greatest notes, even on PubChats. So I'm going to start out with Mipet69. Mipet, how are you this evening? Morning.
Hi, guys. As usual, I'm freezing to death down here. Send me back my heat. But other than that, yes, I'm doing very well. Thank you. I would just like to impart today that in 1960, on this day, Sputnik 5 launched by the USSR with 2 dogs. And they were the first 2 living beings to survive in space. And their names were Strelka and Belka. So that was pretty cool. I thought that was quite
in
good.
1960, they were doing it doggy style.
Wow.
Exactly. But it was also in 1871, Orville Wright was born. And he was a pretty cool dude. They learnt to fly. Coco Chanel in 1883. And probably, this could not have,
invented chocolate.
1946, Bill Clinton was also born, but we probably could have been done with that one. But yes, so there's my imparts of wisdom today. Let's get on with something happy and joyful after Bill Clinton. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I love it. Thank you. That was brilliant. And next up, we have Sarcastic Barman who's joining us tonight. Barman, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you. I just have to remind everyone it's all giggles and shits until someone shits and giggles. Because, that's how you ruin a pair of pants. That's why I don't wear pants. Also why I'm eating a tuna butty. Same consistency. I think I've broken someone already.
Yeah, you have. I love it.
Yay! I'm counting that as a win. So, yeah. Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone's having a good time. I'm just laughing at the fact that I did a video last week on Sleeping Warrior and he doesn't have the testicles required to respond to said video. And I'm here to have a bit of fun. I've had a few drinks. Me and the wife have been chilling out after a good, long week at work. And looking forward to my sister's wedding in about 2 weeks' time, but a bank holiday first. So that's just going to be mental.
Yes, it will. And that comes in a week, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Luckily, we're doing stuff on the Saturday, but it involves a barrel run, rock and roll bingo, a pizza eating competition, and 3 sets of live music. So that should be a laugh.
Excellent. Excellent. That's the day that Matt goes back to school. Yes.
Nice.
Thank you. All right. Thank you so much. And next up, we have Mallory's Asylum. Mallory, how are you?
Well, it's been so long since I talked to you. You know? Age. Yo, we're here and such. Yup.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And on to the next.
That's right.
Yep.
Thank you so much. And next up, we have Commander 401. Commander, how are you this evening?
I'm doing well. I mean, we've got a huge panel. We got Barman, we got Starsky, we got Mallory, and tonight's going to be fun and shooting the shit. So awesome.
Excellent, excellent. And next up, carrying over from the show before, we still have our family member. We have Operator Starsky. Welcome, Operator Starsky. How are you?
Hi everyone. I hope that everybody has a fantastic day. Here we have a missile strike alarm in Ukraine, but I can report 0 damns given about it. So, hi everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And next up, we have Claire S. Bear. Claire, how are you this evening?
I was okay till Barman broke me. I'm good. I'm good. Let's just.
Have you
aim it.
seen him? He's broken lots of people.
Oh
Hey.
no. Just if we're gonna aim all that stuff, just like keep it up there, people. Don't aim down here, okay?
I'm not very good at aiming, so I'll just look for your
Ow.
forehead. Also, I'm good at breaking people. Just ask my wife.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well. Ah. Okay, I'm muting now.
Okay. Thank you so much. And next up, we have Hi Inquisitor. Hi Inquisitor, how are you?
I'm good. I'm really good. I have 2 questions. First, to Sarcastic Barman, is that an open invitation? I mean, the breaking in thing. And second, DK, what was Oliver like?
What?
I don't know, but his dad was lovely.
Excellent.
And for my question, it depends how much lube you've got.
I'm fired by the case, so I'm good.
Perfect.
Oh, jeez.
I'm
That's
not ready.
no, I'm not either. I'm gonna run away. I think as soon as he's in. I think we should. Brilliant. And next up, we have Dick Dawson. Dick, how are you this evening?
That actually caught me off guard so bad because on these moments when I'm not running the show, it still isn't quite natural to me yet. And I thought for sure I hit a button by accident there. I was like, what did I do? Fuck, because with the golden cock award. I still got to figure this out. But yeah, I actually just ran across the street to get a couple of drinks. I meant to get a non-fizzy drink thing because I got a bit of a gastro reflux thing building right now. And I bought these coolers that I thought were not fizzy. And well, fuck, they're fizzy anyway. So it's going to be Tums and alcohol, but woohoo, I'll make it. I'm good.
Shake him up a bit.
Yeah.
Free that carbon
Good old
dioxide into
facial.
the atmosphere.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much. And then next up, we have Be-NoJustBe. How are you, Be? Good to see you.
Hey,
Beck.
Amy, how are you, sweetheart? My dick.
I'm
How's it
doing
hanging?
good.
Oh.
Oh, you guys don't know. I call him my
Dick.
dick. He's the only dick allowed on my streams.
Well,
That's right.
hey, if you're going to have a dick on the show, make it a good one, baby.
That's right, because I got a 6-foot long dick.
I have to ask, why did you have yours then?
Well, hello, Beck.
Well, anyways,
Hey.
hi guys, love you guys, and here I am.
Yes, that's
And
true.
Amy, while we're here, or while
Oh,
you're
wow,
here,
Uh-huh.
there's a super chat coming. Can you see that?
I can. Thank you so much. We have a super chat from NANA for $20 American. Says, for all the lovely ladies in the panel. Thank you so much, NANA. It's good to see you. Thank you very much.
Hey,
Thank you.
what about us ugly guys?
There's
We're
no
all-
men. There's no
Not
men
up on a
here.
key.
Are there any men here?
Mallory,
Nothing.
they didn't mean you, Mallory.
No.
Nope.
Very
Nope.
well, then.
It's ladies' night. Yes,
Exactly.
DK?
Uh-oh, but is the feeling right?
It is.
It
Oh,
sure
nice.
is. But it would be even better if I could. I just need to finish up the intro. So thank you.
Sorry, Amy.
Yeah.
That's
Amy,
okay.
Amy, it's ladies' night, not bitches' night.
That's it. Oh,
Oh,
Get in there. Get in there. Kick some ass.
that's right. I'm going to. And last but not least, we just had one more person left, and that was DKG Custom. DKG, how are you this evening?
Absolutely knackered, but don't talk about me. I mean, oh my lordy, what a panel we've got tonight. I can't imagine the shit that's going to come out of this lot tonight. So at this point, maybe the best thing to do is just hit the credits. So, good night, everybody.
There we go.
No shit's coming out of me. I had one before we started.
Oh dear.
That was good.
Oh
'cause you
my,
just
oh
blew us
my.
up twice, man.
Straight into the
Exactly.
guy.
And that
It comes
actually,
out of the back of penguins at 100 miles an hour.
Mm.
yes, and
I don't know. With so many here, where do we start? Amy, you've got your hand up, so we'll
Actually,
start
yes,
with
please.
you.
yes, actually, because I was
Actually,
just
we
trying-
didn't get around to saying, Amy, how are you? So we'll do that now.
Oh, sure. Thank you. I am doing great. Thank you so much. I'm excited for the show. Looks like we have a huge panel. So I will just read this last super chat. I'm excited. So here we go. NANA for $2 American says for all the guys on the panel with the grinning face. Thank you so much.
Yay. No. Thank you.
Yeah, well,
Thank
the
you.
thing is, when you say guys on the panel, that actually does include the ladies. So, because you're all the guys, you know what I mean? The guys,
Mhm.
you're the guys.
Mhm.
You're not the guy, though, are you, DKG? You're the
No,
man.
no, I'm the wuss.
Oh, I was trying to be nice and call you the man, but okay.
No, no one bothers with being nice to me. That's my wife.
I did. I asked her
Oh.
last night, but she just went. She had a mouthful.
Poor DK went to polish his Emmy and wiped the paint right off it.
I'm just worried that he didn't respond to my comment, and I was like, "Oh, did I take it too far?"
That's not what she said.
That's okay then.
Great recovery, DK. I applaud
There it
you.
is.
There he is.
Well, how about DK? We start with one of your put it on you right on the spot little flash debates.
Oh shit! Oh, don't do that because I haven't got one yet.
Well, that was the idea. At least somebody
that's
could get
just
you
bizarre.
before you got everybody else.
Oh yeah, I've got a few ideas, but they're not particularly good ones. I haven't had time to think of any real shitty, crazy ones. Give me a few minutes. So let's ask around. What anybody's seen?
I got one.
Like the usual stuff. Anybody seen the crazy shit? Dick, I know you got one. Go on.
Yeah, but hold on. I've got a debate thing you could do. Starsky versus Mallory. Do we live in the Matrix?
Wait.
Oh.
No, don't give away. Don't give away. I'll introduce it, and then you pick the teams and do the thing. Welcome to the Shills Shitty Debate. And over to Dick Dawson to pick the team members of the first Shills Shitty Debate of tonight. And over to you.
Well, tonight, fellow babies, we have none other than Operator Starsky putting it all on the line against Mallory's Asylum in the debate for the ages as we put it on the line. Do we live in the Matrix? Starsky, you'll be against living in the Matrix. Mallory, you'll be for living in the Matrix. DKG, why don't you run down the rules for our contestants?
There are none, but you can have like 1 minute to argue your point, and then we will take it from there to see where it goes. There are no rules in this game. Just below the waist, please. No punching in the face.
Okay, ladies first.
Wait, well, no. Well, since you're a respectful man and your time seems more precious than mine, right? I'm no lady. I can reassure you that. So
Yeah, we know that.
Thank you for backing me up on that one. So have at it, Starsky.
So that's the end of the opening discussion.
Wait, it's my first time here. Let
All
the
right.
man speak.
Come on, Dick, moderator.
Okay.
What am I supposed to do? I thought there was no rules. Why do you need a moderator then?
to make up the rules as you go along.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Mallory has handed first go back to Starsky, and what we can only assume is a tennis quality move for the ages. So, Starsky, you have the opening remarks. Why don't we live in the Matrix?
Why don't we live in a matrix? Well, it's because how old is Mallory? I'm sorry for asking this question.
I'm
Older
quite
than
an
she
adult.
sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we basically it depends. Like I would say that partially we do live in a matrix, partially because this is a matrix that was created by our society, which means that you are getting born, then you go to school, then you like get married or whatever, and then you die. So that's like basically that's a matrix, right? But yeah, I think that it like I think the conversation went wrong because I support it.
All right.
That's funny.
Okay. It's you done?
Yeah, you win completely.
Wow. See, dun, 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 I didn't even have to say shit, and I just won. But you know what? Thank you. I just won from like a war hero. I should. Oh my god! I want to thank, my mom and everyone who supported me and such. Oh my god!
Oh, you need to be
Mallory?
pinched, love.
Another
Are you
win
okay?
on the shelf. No barman. No.
I have a
down.
question.
No. Sit down. Sit down. This was about me and Starsky, all right? And he just admitted defeat, right? But let me. Man, it feels like I was all ready to argue and such, and he just bowed down so quickly. God damn, it feels nice. I'm just gonna mute before I say something super silly, but I'm just
That
gonna
wasn't
take
the
a
last
win.
time she'll say that.
Woo! That's true.
No, I've got a question.
Woo! Sorry. Yeah.
Did you only thank your mum because you don't know who your dad is?
Well, he's out there. I'm sure. Like my mom went on Jerry Springer one
Which
time.
one?
My mom went on Maury, right? And she got like a bunch of people, and they all came up as no. So we're still searching for who's my real dad. But it could also be an AI program. Who knows? Who knows?
I think it's Scott Tenorman's dad, actually.
It's Cartman's dad.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Ted Nugent.
It could be a- it could-
Everyone bow down to me. Yeah, Thunderbird.
Oh. The more important question is, Mallory, roughly what age are you? And Dick, roughly what age are you?
Why does it matter the ages? I'm an adult. I'm sipping
Yeah,
on gin and juice, laid back with my mind
Sipping
on
on
my mind.
gin and
And winning
juice.
I am undefeatable. This is like what? How many times have I been on this and I have not been defeated once in a debate.
Hey,
Not
Mallory.
once. Good luck, DKG. Try to find somebody who will beat me one day. It ain't
do.
gonna happen.
I'll beat you
Hey,
if I
Mallory, if the sun rises in the east and sets in the west,
No,
why
no,
does the
no,
weather
no, no.
move from west to east?
What is this question? We ain't talking about wind blowing.
I can't. Oh my.
If the wind blows in the forest, does High Inquisitor smile?
He does.
I was the one in the forest. What are you talking about?
So
we have a super chat. If
Man.
anybody wants to take it.
Sure, we do. We have one from Putin will hang in the middle of the Kremlin for Australian $10. Says, Operator Starsky, being Croatian, I remember the agony we went through from 1991 to 1995. Croatia armed themselves and liberated occupied territory in 3 days. What is your opinion on the situation in Ukraine? Thank you so much.
Well, that was in the last video.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah. it's a different topic, but anyways, thank you for the question. I think that the situation is very similar to what we have here, and we are learning the history of Croatia. I mean, this war specifically that happened in former Yugoslavia, because of this, because it looks very, very similar to what we have here. And Croatian people are all heroes in my eyes, in my personal opinion.
I went on holiday in Yugoslavia when it was actually Yugoslavia, and I stood a sea urchin in the sea, and I was in pain the whole fucking week. So I hate the place. Fuck it. Just thought I'd throw that in there. Is this on? Bing bing.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't hear anything. What did you?
Mhm. Yeah, we just chose to ignore you, DKG.
Oh, that's
you
all right.
ring?
There was
Did you want
there was the
something?
question. There was the question of age.
No, there wasn't.
Yeah. There was. So
There was.
I'm not asking
yeah,
that.
if I-
Some woman will kill me.
yeah,
That's right.
if I
Like,
go
why would you
if
do
I go
that,
back to my earliest memories, I remember the meteor coming into Chicxulub, but the actual events afterwards are just a little blurry. So,
Was that the same one with the dinosaurs?
it was, but we didn't call them that at the time. So,
What
Did you call them the overlords?
no, pets and livestock and stuff. You guys just haven't figured this out yet.
Yeah, well, what did you
Yeah,
call
but
them?
dabba
Enlighten
do,
us.
right?
Enlighten us, Gabba. Gabba.
Yeah.
Actually,
Enlighten
he's
us, Mr.
Canadian.
Hogan.
He can't kill
Mr.
anything unless
Hogan.
it's a moose.
Oh, please, old
That,
wise one.
that's Scottish for mouse.
Yeah.
How's I'm
Okay.
taking a mouthful of drink?
Yeah. So I dare any Scotsman to pick a fight with the Canadian mouse. I dare you.
Have you
Oh,
met a
I would
Scotsman?
pay to see that. Yeah, I want to see
Yes,
it.
that's called
Yeah, I would.
lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell you one thing. When you see a moose, like actually somewhat up close with all those big antlers and whatnot, the last thing you think of is, yeah, let's fuck with this thing. Trust me. Jesus Christ, they're huge.
Again, have you not meant a Scottish person?
I've seen
They
them
keep a
doing the
knife in
caber
their
toss
sock
and
for a
whatnot,
reason.
but yeah, still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to remember the invention of the Scottish dress. It's like, yes, English people are wearing trousers, so we're going to wear a skirt. English people wear Scots that come up to their ankles, so we're going to wear the ones that come up to our knees. But don't worry, because we're going to keep a knife in ours, and that's what Scottish people do. How else do you
Yeah,
think
but-
they hunt haggis? Haggis are like
It's
8 foot
barman.
tall.
Barman. Do you know why haggis was truly invented? Because the smell is so strong that a whole bunch of sweaty men not wearing underwear dressed in skirts was not offensive anymore. That's what was really going on.
Yeah, but you think a moose is going to mess with people in skirts wearing no underwear with tallywhackers that hit their kneecaps?
Yeah, I do. Trust me. Just I've seen what a moose can do to a car when it comes around the corner and hits it, and moose runs off like it's not even bothered, and the car is just it's at that point it's this little toaster like crumple of metal.
We need to get
Have you seen what a Glaswegian can do with a terrorist who tries to attack an airport?
Oh, that was
That's what I was
awesome.
going to say. I was going to
Yeah.
say, have you seen a Celtic match?
Yeah, that was amazing. That guy kicking that other guy's ass. But I would say that, going back to, my earliest memories, to see a Scotsman take on a T-Rex would be good, because I think that would be actually a fair fight.
He'd drink it under the table for a start.
Yeah.
I've got
Well,
a story
speaking of
about
which-
a moose.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Actually, not about a moose, but like a smaller. We have like smaller ones in Kiev here, like roe deers, those smaller ones. So They are crazy. Once we had this exercise when one platoon would hide on the area, like, and another platoon would go out and search for this platoon, and we were hiding among bushes and trees and stuff, and I was like literally lying down, and at some point I realized it was like among younger trees. At some point I realized that it was the place where those deers decided to make their public toilet, and my whole armored vest was covered in those little balls, it was insane. But those deers are crazy. They would attack everybody, especially armed people. And once we were moving in the column from position to position, it was in a training camp, okay? And this crazy asshole ran across our column, literally, like, nearly killing one of our guys. And it wasn't big, like it was like the size of, I don't know, a small horse maybe. Yeah, and another thing happened that very day. We were making trenches, and I was in my trench when I heard this sound. It was like, like big man wearing armor and stuff, running as fast as he can. And I was like, what the hell? So I picked out my trench, and I saw that crazy deer running towards another trench where my platoon was, and it jumped into the trench, and I've heard like, oh shit, everybody was so scared, and this deer just jumped out and ran away. And the guys said it was crazy. They were just sitting there like chilling, and it jumped into the trench. So yeah, we have like a bunch of crazy deers here. I think that mooses are even worse, and they have plenty of like mites, so they are very dangerous. You can't even pet the moose, even if it allowed you to do so.
Oh dear.
Oh, I was laughing then, but yeah.
Oh,
for the
look, who's
idea,
snuck
I was
in?
muted.
Oh, God,
seriously?
Leave the back door locked again.
Hey,
Just
Charlie.
just a fucking room full of blowhards, Starsky, not paying attention as far as they can see their own hand pump of fucking lube cream sitting there on OnlyFans. Wow. Come on.
Is that website still active, by the way?
I thought you hit that camera. I don't know.
Who's Dick's or Claire's? I mean, we're still trying to figure out whose OnlyFans is doing the best at the minute.
I don't have one.
Speaking of which,
is still up.
Speaking of which, you guys want to hear a funny story? So I started a thing a couple of weeks ago. Every time I find a YouTube channel, like specifically, sorry if I'm targeting, but female, where the person seems to really dress in a somewhat provocative manner to make sure that, maybe you've got people watching that normally wouldn't. And oh my God, the amount of times that results in an OnlyFans account under that username is absolutely starting to blow my mind. I found a couple of people who are female vocal coaches, and they put up their own songs. They put up some training videos, and they put up reaction videos to like songs they've never heard before. And we're talking about people that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers and get very good views. And 2 out of 4 I searched also had OnlyFans accounts with seriously provocative pictures showing up just from the Google search. And wouldn't it be better to put the extra energy into the YouTube account to get the money more based on the creative element than just simply, falling back to that when you're somebody that's shown the creative push? Like, to me, that's kind of like somebody working up the corporate ladder and they've got themselves in, a junior vice president of marketing position, and every now and then they get in the news for what they've done and stuff, opening an OnlyFans page to try to capitalize on it. It just seems a little,
Well, I put my OnlyFans link on my CV, so I don't know if that helps.
Yeah, well, yeah, Jenny Mounts in the chat says Dick's jealous. Well, I mean, fuck, I could do that if I wanted to, and maybe I'd get people, maybe I wouldn't, but there's just no way I could do that. Like, it's not me.
I'll be fair, there's plenty of grandpa OnlyFans accounts out there, so you'll have to find another sort of niche to go for.
Yeah, I think Barman, you need to. I think you need to delete your internet search history.
I search everything and anything. In fact, do you know how many midgets can fit into a polo?
No, how many?
Well, it depends if you put
what the car or the mint
first.
Oh dear God!
Here we go.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what, Barman? That's actually an appropriate joke for a DKG run stream, so I'll applaud your effort.
Here's a conversation me and the wife were having this morning.
That's the funny part. That's the punchline you should have went with.
Yeah, but even more than that, that's a fucking strong marriage when that's what you're chatting about because you're hanging out. Well done, Barman.
We'll talk
Especially in the morning.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well done, buddy. I applaud that. That's awesome. We have to shill out Samantha W's song again. We can't show it because it'll instantly get us taken down. Samantha W, Starsky, I gotta send you the link so you can see this. She did a video edit of a bunch of clips, and it's titled "Russia is a Terrorist State." And she did the video to the song "Nothing Else Matters" by Metallica, and it's amazing. Everybody's got to see it, but there's no way we can play it on the stream without getting taken down. But I was able to upload it unlisted, and we can share that link and you can see it.
Sounds great. Sounds great.
It's awesome. Here, let me get the link out, and we'll put it in the chat right now. And then what we can do is promise everybody not to say anything important and just bullshit for a few minutes while everybody goes and watches.
Yeah. Not right now. Don't put it out now.
Of course not.
Jesus.
No, but I'll share it out at the end. Of course not. I would never do that. I've got the link ready. I'll put it in the green room so we can shill it out later.
Hell, we got 81 people watching. That's more than we've ever had on this bloody show.
Yeah, well, PubChat's had a few bigger nights before when it was driven by guests, and we were constantly trying to arrange guests and dealing with cancellations and scheduling and then, you know what? We just gave up on that. And we decided that we'd just invite a few extra people to be shills. So we always have a big group no matter what, and do it ourselves. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
That's how that happened, right?
Fuck
you
it.
get invited like a
Let's face
guest.
it, it's because Beck is here.
It is.
Yeah.
Beck is.
You know, I attract all those lovely, horrible Christians. I mean, people.
Yeah. But you know what
Well,
I
you
mean,
got me
Beck, because you've
too.
done. Oh, well, Beck's got a real background in live streaming too. And if you try to pre-book too much and depend on it, shit falls apart. But if you're a little bit more seat of the pants, it's a lot easier to, deal with it properly, right?
Yeah, shit falls apart without the effort.
Well, that's how I handle it. I just go, "Hey, Dick, I'm available," and he's like, "Here's a link," and it's just easier because I never know. I just never know.
Exactly. It's the same with Purple. Anytime Purple thinks I might be free, Purple sends me a link over to the live show when when it's time to go. And if I can, I can. But the timing is terrible because of the time zone thing. I'm always parenting when Purple Rhymes with Orange goes live. It drives me crazy.
Right. Anyway,
I don't like parenting. Sorry.
I got a question for Starsky. Starsky.
Yeah, I'm here.
Starsky. I know you were in the thick of it. There's like a war going on and all that kind of shit. What's your favorite war-based sitcom?
I think it's MASH.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew you were going to say that.
I love
And do you know why I knew it? Because welcome to the Shills Shitty Debate.
Is there any acceptable answer apart from MASH?
Right, Sarcastic Barman, I'm glad you popped up because it's time for a debate. So, with the best wartime sitcom ever, Starsky is going to fight for the groundbreaking, multi-award-winning show called MASH. Barman, you are going to fight for the little-known, not-so-award-winning piece of shit, Hello, Hello.
It's gonna be Hogan's Heroes.
No. Okay, Charlie, you're the third one to come in with Hogan's Heroes. So we're going to have a 3-part debate.
Christ, I've never even seen it.
So right from the start, Charlie hasn't seen it, and Charlie's going to fight for Hogan's Heroes. You got 1 minute.
I'll take Carol Burnett show.
Hogan's Heroes is obviously the best because we know about it all these years later without even seeing it. And it's got Hogan in it. I mean,
what, Paul Hogan?
What's better than Hogan? No, not
Paul
Paul
Hogan.
Hogan. Not Paul Hogan, you bastard. Get out of the belly button.
Yeah, I actually loved Hogan's Heroes. Between the incompetent captain and the sergeant always going, I see nothing.
Nothing.
Hey, no help.
That was my minute, DK.
No
I'm
help.
sorry.
Yeah, no help. No help from the background. Fucking hell, it's not a panel show. Right, Sarcastic Barman, you've got 1 minute to fight for the great Hello, Hello.
Well, it's got to be Hello. Now, I have to bow down and say MASH was great. It tackled some serious subjects. It had a great soundtrack, and there was some great comedy elements in it. But Hello, Jesus Christ, occupied France touched on the whole resistance. There was the whole idea of the Holocaust was in there in the background, but did it with all the comedy timings and excellence that you can get. It made light of it in a way that only comedy can do, that made it all relatable, funny, and a show that is still broadcast today. I can't remember the last time flicking through TV channels I saw fucking MASH on. I don't think I've ever seen Hogan's fucking Heroes on.
Last night.
But on what channel?
MASH is on every night on Great TV.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I've never seen that channel in my life. DKG, you're lying. Whereas Hello is on all the time, and it's referenced, in my opinion, far more than either of the other two shows. To the point where I don't.
Time's up. And Starsky, you have got one very, very easy minute to win the panel over.
Yeah, because like everybody knows that MASH is the best, and there was this. Of course, there's this great soundtrack everybody loves, and I think respects. And I remember that there was one of the episodes where I think Sydney played zombie basketball. It was like he was playing basketball while he was sleeping, and he asked like, is it normal or am I going crazy? and the answer was you would go crazy if you didn't do it. You know.
Yeah, you'd be crazy if you didn't go crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think I was something like 10 years old when I watched this episode, but it changed a lot in my life. So, yeah, I love MASH because it pictured this, this grim war and funny people who liked to enjoy life and things like that, and they would find any moment to make a joke about it, even despite the fact that they were surrounded by blood and suffering people and things like that. So I think it taught me a lot of things. And of course, everybody loves Hawkeye. Hawkeye is one of the best characters ever.
I think if they made it today, Hawkeye would be written out because he's a creep, pervert.
Yeah,
and
DK.
He hands up the scats all the nurses all the time. He wouldn't be allowed in the show at all.
It would just be like when they brought Faulty Towers to America. These characters just isn't gelling with the audience. I know. Let's get rid of Basil.
Well, what I'm saying is, 50 years on, if they were if they were going to do MASH now, it just, it just wouldn't happen in the same way. But the funny thing about MASH was, it was funny, and then there'd be the odd episode.
It
was like
real dramatic.
Serious. And it was suddenly, I've just come here for laughs. Oh no, you just been taught a lesson, pal.
That's right.
How shitty it was.
I wanted to say 2 words at the end of that debate before everybody casts their vote and decides, and they are Alda.
Well, I thought you were going to say only once.
No, but Alda was unbelievable in that show. And I really think that Hollywood gave him a little bit of the shaft afterwards, typecasting him as the guy from MASH when he was clearly an amazing actor and deserved better.
I think he was a little bit up of his own arse as well, because he wrote and directed quite a lot of the shows himself. So
I could see that, but then George Lucas appears, and even still, right? So come on.
Was he on MASH? I don't remember that.
No.
Can I? If we're doing the best TV shows for war, though, it's got to be Band of Brothers.
Oh, thank you very much.
Were you on that?
I worked on it, yeah.
Fucking awesome, dude. That show was fucking amazing. I love it.
I was one of the in-house visual effects artists on that.
Nice. That was an amazing show.
For those that don't get it, DK's not joking. He has an Emmy Award as a visual effects artist. He really did work on the show. Yeah, but still, dude, I want to make sure people get it, because you're not just blowing smoke up your ass. I mean, you're the real fucking deal, man.
Well, I'm also blowing smoke up my ass, so
I
do both.
A couple of comments in chat. I know we've got a super chat we still got to do, but just a couple of super chat. Yeah, we have. Bobby1138 said for Starsky. Tony Lee Barr said also for Starsky, and I will agree. Starsky probably wouldn't do that. Anna also said for Starsky. I saw one there. There it is. Hobbs, Mr. Groove. Dad's Army was a good sitcom. Why couldn't you give me Dad's Army, DKG?
Because I wanted to give you the worst one. No, the funny thing was that hello, they were talking about hello on some channel the other night, and they were talking about all the great catchphrases, and the one they picked was "Oh, Renee." It's like that's not a catch. That's hardly a catchphrase.
Yeah,
Goes,
I shall say this
Renee.
only once would win.
That's a catchphrase.
Yeah, what the policeman who can't
Good
actually
moaning.
French well.
Good moaning.
Good moaning. Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, they chose that one, and Renee.
Oh God.
What war was this show set in?
World War II.
Occupied France.
Yes.
I was surprised looking at the chat how many people hadn't seen Hello Hello, and I was like, wow, it is a very obviously a British thing.
Well, someone said in the chat, the Hello Hello never got shown anywhere apart from London, which is great. But I think Hello Hello was actually shown in Germany.
That one's
well, it was a part of that great export package when the British were doing that sitcom about Hitler.
Oh, yes.
I wanted to pick that one. I wanted to pick that one. Hi, oh honey, I'm home.
That's the one. Yeah.
Ran for 3 episodes before he got cancelled.
Before we get distracted, Amy, do you want to grab that super chat? Do you want me to grab it, mute or unmute, so I know?
Sure, we can grab that super chat real quick. Thank you very much. It's from Matthew SoCal. It's for 20 American dollars. He says, Starsky, I have a personal question and a question on volunteering for infrastructure and rebuilding. Where can I reach out to you for an answer? Futch for Ambassador 2022. And we have a member chat from Graham Price who says, On the Buses is by far the best UK sitcom. Thank you.
But hold
so
on.
much.
Hold on. Barman, DK, isn't it true that On the Buses isn't actually well loved in the UK? It was more of an export show, if anything.
I don't think it was that great, to be honest.
No, I don't think it was that great. I think a best UK sort of sitcom. Well, what does Red Dwarf count as? Does that count as sitcom?
It's sitcom.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dave Allen for the win.
That's not sitcom. That's just comedy.
Yeah.
Oh, the best comedy though. My God.
Yeah. Only Fools and Horses. I think Porridge is probably one of the finest.
Porridge
ones
is
ever
awesome.
created. Yeah. Steptoe and Son.
I didn't watch many of that. That's slightly before my time.
Yeah.
Even with remakes and stuff.
No, never mind the remakes.
Not remakes, reruns. I don't think they ever did remake it. I don't think.
There's been a couple of people who've tried, but didn't work. They tried to do a remake of Porridge as well, and that was hopeless.
Oh, I saw they tried to do an American Red Dwarf that did the pilot, and that was it. Even with Robert Llewellyn Bowen in it, it was fucking terrible.
It was.
Let's
go on.
Sorry, DK. Go ahead.
No, go on.
I was going to check in with Starsky when it comes to because you guys go right to the comedic sci-fi. Is there a taste for sci-fi with comedy, like science fiction with comedy over in Ukraine? Or because I know in Canada sometimes there's a bit too much comedy in the science fiction, we kind of don't gel with it as much.
So one of the recent sitcoms that was popular here in Ukraine was the Big Bang Theory. We watched a lot of it on Netflix, I think, and I cannot name another sitcom of that kind in regards to sci-fi comedy. I'm not even sure if it's if it's a sci-fi comedy, you know.
Not really. Starsky, I've through our Shills G drive, I'm gonna put some stuff up and send you some links, and you can share it with the boys and girls and everyone you meet and whatnot, because we have the paid G drive account. Don't matter. And I want to share these links out. I'll put up what do you think, Barman? Like Red Dwarf,
Red Dwarf,
I think Blackadder, Galaxy Quest, right?
Yeah.
Oh, how about the proper version of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
You going for the original radio drama?
Yep.
No. The first
TV
more
one.
British influenced video.
Oh yeah.
Because
that was a mini series of hours upon hours, if I remember rightly.
Barman, you're asking a question in the green room. Why don't you ask the audience to see if they can figure out what the show was?
Yeah, it was a shit sci-fi comedy. Nick Frost played the captain of a starship, and all I remember, it was shite. It was funny, but it was too shite to make up for the comedy. So
it was called
didn't
Spaced.
balance out. No, Space was awesome, and I will murder anyone who says Space wasn't awesome.
No, this was like the forerunner of the Orville.
Yeah,
but set on a UK starship.
So badly done.
Orville's great.
Come on in the chat. You win £1,000 worth of Dick Dawson super chat money if you get the question right.
There's 57 pence then.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going through the actual thing and I can't find. God, it doesn't even appear on it there. I found it, so I've got the name of it, and I'm waiting. Did it have Stephen Merchant? Right. Someone asked me.
I don't think it had Merchant in it. It might have done at some point.
Sleet.
Hyperdrive.
Yeah, I was waiting for someone. I found it. I was just going to say at Sleet. It doesn't appear as him as starring or created by, but yeah, Hyperdrive. It was shite. It was funny, but it was shite, and the amount of shite wasn't made up for by the comedy factor of it.
Nice try, guys. A 10 out of 10 for attendance.
Yeah. Who got it first?
Sleet.
It was Sleet as well. Yeah, well done, mate.
Yeah, so that's £1,000 worth of Dick Dawson's super chat money funds are coming straight to you. Just put your PayPal link in the chat. We'll send it to you.
Exactly. Hyperdrive. I'm going to enter Hyperdrive and head off to bed because bless the wife, she sat on the sofa so she can get some sleep because where the computer is near the bedroom at the moment. She's like, oh, I'm tired. So I'm going to leave everyone. An awesome out with just under an hour. Thank you very much. I'll see you all soon, guys and gals. And
Bye,
enjoy
Barman.
the evening.
Good night, Barman.
No,
Bye, Barman. Have a good one.
Bye, barman.
Bye.
See you in the morning.
Yeah. Since she's so tired, everybody give a one-eyed stroke salute to Barman and the rest of his evening.
And just to DKG, the show from that song whose name is Goodbye Sweetheart was awesome. I wish they'd make some more of it.
Ooh.
Can you get on that, please, mate? Because I really loved the one a couple of years back where they did a flashback because that was great. Right, good night.
Good night, sweetheart.
He just
Bye.
realised that I have no power whatsoever to bring TV shows back.
Did you feel that as soon as Barman left, it got so fucking quiet? I almost feel like I have to whisper now to
Yeah, I
make
was
sure
gonna
that
say,
I don't
I
break that
unmuted.
amazing thing.
I know.
I unmuted because I feel like I need to fill space now.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Never mind.
Never mind.
Who's here. Never mind.
Yeah. We're back on it. But don't anyone be careful with Matt because he's just gone through an operation. So be careful. Don't give him a fright and don't go or anything like that because you might frighten him.
We'll take care of him, man.
Oh, thanks. You're gonna be gentle with me. That makes a change.
Yeah.
We're gonna be very gentle.
Well, fuck you rough later.
Oh,
Yeah.
Back to normal.
Stroke you gently now.
Oh, Lord.
Matt did a good
If you're
job
gonna
of
read-
keeping us cool earlier today. I was proud of him.
If you're gonna reach under his dress tonight, you got to keep pace.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
for those of you that don't know, I just had a pacemaker fitted there on Tuesday, so I'm just kind of recovering from that a little bit, but it's doing okay. It's doing all right.
Everybody,
Yeah.
give Matt
glad.
a massive shout out. He was in the hospital not a few days ago getting a pacemaker put in, and here he is hanging out.
Oh,
Well,
Wow.
it's a pretty well, appreciate it. It's a pretty routine operation actually, but it's still kind of scary though. It was a bit scary beforehand, but it turned out all right. It turned out fine. It was good.
Good. Well,
I-
we're glad.
we are. We're
Up
very
until
glad you're
up
okay.
until yesterday, it literally felt like Mike Tyson had come up to me and just given me one of his massive right hooks into my arm and my shoulder. That's what it felt like for a few days. But
Really?
it's settled down a bit now.
I'm really
Um,
glad he didn't bite
yeah.
your ear.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, that would have been sore. So it kind of it kind of hurts when I laugh a little bit. So don't make me laugh too much, please.
Okay. Sorry.
Don't ruin
Well,
me.
why the hell are you
I'll shut
here?
up
You
then.
know you're
Yeah,
torturing
you
yourself.
No,
Come on,
he's on the right show if he doesn't want to have a laugh. He's all right. He's safe.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't have any humor here. Wah, wah, wah.
Oh,
No.
okay, well,
No humor whatsoever.
No laughing. No, laugh is not allowed.
There will be no laughing.
Yeah. So, but it's hard to know whether it's made a difference or not. I don't feel as breathless and things going up the stairs anymore, so maybe that's made a difference. Still feel a bit
Hey,
tired,
Matt.
but you know.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, right.
Did you hear? Mark Sargent finally changed his T-shirt, and it says, "I was kicked out of the house by Mark Sargent's mother."
Oh, God, don't make me laugh. Oh, that hurts.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh, sorry, Matt.
That's all right.
I'm
Sorry,
sorry,
I had to
his
be a
mom
prick.
let him stay around as long as he did.
Hey, why can't we get Mark Sargent on this show? I think he'd be a hoot.
Because he would
Come on,
probably
he's-
charge us like 5,000 US.
Well,
I'm not
there's-
kidding.
He's
there's
just
one
happy
guy-
to talk to people.
There was one guy that's actually met him that just left the panel just a couple of minutes ago with AB Science at it was one of the Flat Earth conferences. Wasn't it in London? I think a couple of years ago.
It wasn't in London where they met him. I can't remember where it was.
Where was it? Oh no, it was Cardiff. Was it maybe?
Yeah, it was something like Cardiff or something.
Yeah.
Like that. It was a bit Welshy.
Starsky, you probably don't know this guy, but Mark Sargent's one of the prominent flat earthers, and he literally wears a T-shirt that you can buy that says, "I'm Mark Sargent and I'm a flat earther," and he wears it around. Like every picture of him is in that T-shirt.
Yep.
I think sometimes not everybody should know like you are an idiot. So like but I can respect that. Okay, fine. I cannot respect that.
On the battlefield, it's always said never salute your officers because they'll become a target. So Mark Sargent walks around with a target on his shirt.
Yeah,
It's a classic case of sometimes you should keep your mouth shut and be thought an idiot instead of opening your mouth and removing all doubt.
I mean, it's like saying flat. I'm a flat earther is one thing, but saying then also I'm Mark Sargent as well. It's
Yeah. Can you imagine how many people walk up to him and say, "Hi, Mark Sargent, you got to be fucking stupid." Come on.
Why
Here we
does
go.
it?
Sorry, Commander, go ahead.
Why doesn't he just wear a T-shirt that says "I ate crayons and I shit rainbows" like Ralph Wiggum's?
Or wear a T-shirt saying my other T-shirt's round. Now I want to see a debate live on this channel: Mark Sargent versus Carl Pilkington.
Oh no, I want Mark Sargent versus Mike Bertelson, our engineer resident shill. Mike Bertelson is one of the people that has to sign their names so that American nuclear submarines can be put in the water and be, yes, it's ready to go. That's who he is.
Yeah,
he is a weapon. Oh my God.
No, I prefer Carl Pilkington.
You know who Carl Pilkington is, don't you, Dick? You know who that is?
No.
Have you seen? Have you not seen Idiot Abroad?
Have you seen? Have you ever seen the?
Nope.
No.
No. Have you seen? No. Have you seen? Oh no, never mind.
Never mind.
Carl Pilkington would be hilarious.
Carl Pilkington.
He's like our
brilliant.
Mallory. He's like our Mallory of TV,
but not as weird.
Oh,
but far more stupid.
And male with a bald head.
Yeah, he's
the face of a moon.
Yeah, he's got a real simplistic looking at a way of life. I think, isn't it the best way to describe him?
Yeah,
I got to see that. Okay,
Yeah.
Mallory, are you gonna take this shit lying down, girl?
Well, I'm just trying to understand. I'm like, so is he saying that he's awesome? Like it's lively, but then I'm like, I'm
totally.
not bald. Like I'm just starting to get lost in this conversation.
How do we know you're not bald? How do we know?
Well,
I know Mal is awesome. He's awesome.
oh, well, there we go. Yeah, I'm good. Then carry on.
I'm sure Mallory is awesome, but how do we know she's not bald? How do we know?
What is it?
Oh, dude.
Care.
Dude, don't bring
Getting personal.
OnlyFans into it, okay? Just don't.
Well, if she had OnlyFans, then we'd know, wouldn't we? One way or another. Maybe.
Okay.
If she had her head on the face, I don't know. It's being so rude.
I'm
Depends
looking
which end
for
you're
my
talking
sound
about.
effects, but DK's producing and I can't do it. It's
Which-
driving me
which-
crazy.
Which sound effect do you want?
I was while M2M was finishing that, I was gonna do the Price is Right loser sound.
I don't have that on this stream deck. I don't
Because you're not syncing G Drive properly.
I haven't got. Just shut up. Hang on a minute. I'll tell you what. I can give you one. And you get that one for free.
Oh, thanks.
Not you, Matt. That was a dick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
you don't get anything. You just get loves and strokes.
Oh,
Hang on. Well, you can get that.
oh.
I'll take one here.
Well, that's what I usually get when you're producing. And Dick's not
I
here.
love that one. That sound could never get old, right?
I'll
It's just
tell you what. I wish I could talk to your surgeons when they were putting the pacemaker in. So every time you wake up, it comes up with the Mac boom. Every time you wake up, that would just piss you right off.
PJC
Can you
says we need to
imagine?
get R1 on. That would be a hoot, wouldn't it?
Dude, PJ, come on. Arwen on this channel, even if we booked it as a one-on-one with somebody that's very patient, let's see, we don't have one of those people right now, but maybe we could find one. He would only last about 7 to 12 minutes tops, and he would start screaming and yelling about I don't know, things that make his little willy stiff, and it would just be too much for everybody.
The man has no sense of humor. Otherwise, you know,
The man,
he has to look in the mirror every day.
the man has no sense of shame.
He has no sense of anything, for fuck's sake. He's just fucking nuts.
He's one of the most horrific people that has ever grabbed a microphone and gone, "Yep, I'm going to be a fucking YouTuber." And I mean, I'm putting him up against Daniel Pratt on that one.
Got him struck this week, didn't we?
So there's one person I haven't seen on here for a long time. That's Be-NoJustBe. I haven't seen you for a long time. Where you been?
I have been lurking in the shadows, watching, waiting for the moment to come back. And the
Beck, you
moment
gotta,
right. Maybe next
Beck,
month. I don't know. Maybe not.
yeah, Beck, you got to change the username on this account.
I know. I didn't realize that until I was in there, and it's attached to everything and blah blah. Yeah, I do need to.
Why?
Yeah.
What do you call yourself these days then?
Uncle Beck.
Oh, okay. You
Because
were
I
a while.
officially
You
changed
were
my
called-
name.
Yeah.
to Beck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you were called that in here for a while. I'm sure you were, weren't you?
Well,
I've seen
yeah. Except I somehow it's not changed on my name on here, so I got to go do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have a
It's
new
on-
icon and everything. So
Yeah, in our description and in the credits and whatnot, you're Uncle Beck, right? You know,
Yeah.
we've got it. You know, we've got it correct. It's
well, yeah,
just
I told
YouTube.
you
that's,
guys were
you know,
like the
no.
second or third group I told. That's why.
Yeah, we were. Well, you know, I mean, come on, it's family, right? You know,
Right. That's exactly right.
you know, what the hell, right?
Yeah.
Mallory's avatar tonight on Meets is absolutely hilarious. The eyes. Mallory, unmute and say something funny just so everybody can get off on the avatar.
But wait, why? Why though? Actually, it was D Rabbits that made it. And he's one of the part of the Asylum. This guy got like mad talent. He did it up, and I don't know, but yeah, that's I'm all shy and such, yo.
Yeah, but the that's the kind of avatar that can take somebody like Milky and have him, you know, engaged in a very long argument with his mother about why yet again she has to clean his sheets.
Well, the eyes to me look like she's dropped about 5 acids, done a line of coke, and a couple of crack rocks.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of
I
looks
heard
like to
she
me.
was more. I heard she was more concerned about his socks than the sheets.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Hang on a second, dudes. Right, Mallory, you are in Canadian land, aren't you?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Why aren't you taking on Queen Dildo, whatever her name is, of Canada, and usurping her, and taking her reign away? Why aren't you in an RV or at least a milk float? At least a milk float, taking away the reign of that upstart Queen of Canada.
You're talking about Queen Elizabeth?
No, Quill Dildo Nano.
When Mallory was in Canadian land, let my Mallory go.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I think I'm lost.
I think, Dick, you've got to give them. Come on,
I don't listen to news. I don't watch TV. I like my own.
She doesn't get on the news.
Filipino lady that is claimed to be Queen of Canada, among other things.
Self-proclaimed Queen of Canada, and she drives around in an RV with a whole crew of people.
Oh yes, I read about that. I saw an article about her. Yeah.
Mallory should just go to one of her events and be like, "Well, I want to be queen," and then bam.
Didn't she turn up at the border or something between Canada and America, and apparently she claimed that she was Queen of Canada and she was turned away or something?
Oh, she's got into all kinds of batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe
we've covered her.
Maybe she'll bring some of that shit up for
we've
tomorrow
covered
night.
her. Yeah. We've covered, what we'll do is we will dive back into her because we covered her before on the Shills and it was crazy then, but it's gotten worse. Brady Beaver called out one of her videos yesterday or today. I got the notification. I haven't watched it yet, but it's Brady Beaver, so it'll be funny as fuck. But this chick is off the charts crazy, man. Wow.
I think Team Skeptic did one today as well, where she's basically takes her crew to go and arrest the police. And
for the love of God.
And she runs away and hides in her RV but saying, "Well, I'm just here. I'm just here as an observer." And meanwhile, all her crew just get fucking arrested.
Now let me
trying
get
to arrest
this
the police.
straight.
Go
Now
on,
let
Commander.
me get this straight. She has an RV because last time I checked, and I don't pay attention to her because she's a batshit crazy idiot. But last time I checked, she was like, she went to try to rent an RV, saying that she was here for freedom. And then she, the Queen of Canada, in all her royal splendor, at that time couldn't afford an RV. So she threatened to come back and arrest the guy for not renting an RV to her because she didn't have the money.
No, she's got a few RVs. Unfortunately, people send lots and lots of money to her, and while she tells them not to pay their utility bills because she's decreed that everything is free now.
That's what I was going to say. People are the crazy ones. The crazy ones are sitting there.
And people are losing their electricity and utilities because they're being switched off because she's told them not to pay their bills.
Are you being serious? Are they actually believing what she's saying? Really?
Yes.
Yeah. Starsky, are you catching this? This chick is just on YouTube spewing her garbage, and people are listening. They're not paying their bills. They're getting disconnected and stuff. Can you imagine being that fucking dumb?
I think some people should really meet the reality this way because otherwise they will not wake up. And when all of a sudden they have their internet disconnected or electricity or whatever, I think it's like they're waking up at this moment and they become less stupid than before.
It's really strange though, Starsky, because the stuff that you have to deal with and the lies and the propaganda that gets spread around, and you can kind of understand how people can fall for it. You know, you can understand. They are stupid, but you can understand it. But for people to be following this woman who's just like self-declared herself as queen and believe everything that she says, you've got to be fucking off your rockers, surely.
You're saying I have a chance. I
think you got a chance.
I've been here on YouTube. You guys are declaring I'm the princess of the universe. I'm here for presidency, and this girl just goes up in the street saying, "I'm queen, bitches. What's up?" You know what?
I think you get an. I think what you need to do is find some friends, get an RV, and then chase her down, and and just have a tournament.
Yeah,
just fight to the death.
Slap her with a glove.
Or why don't we invite this woman on the show and just her and Mallory and just go at it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I never heard of her. But if she's a QAnon like somebody else is, so she's probably on BitChute or whatever, right? I'm gonna add her. I have to. Yeah, no.
Yeah, you got to do some. You got to do some research, honey.
I really do.
Or it'd be the best YouTube video ever. You just show up, slap her with a glove, and say, "Bitch, I'm the queen now." And
there you go.
And then she'll challenge you, and you say, "I guess all you had to say was you're queen, and you're queen, so I'm queen."
Jesus.
Well, there you go, Dick. That's tomorrow night's show. You find some stuff about Queen Dildano or what her name is, Dildo. And then have Mallory on and just like have at it.
Oh, I've got this. No problem. Mallory, I'll send you some links so you can prep. But honestly, you'll have more fun if you don't prep and just look at the titles of the videos, because that's all you need.
That's all I do anyways.
Yeah.
I'm not worried.
Do it the way we always do around here. You don't prep, just do it live, because that honesty in the approach is way more funny.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hands down.
I'm looking forward to that now.
You know, there's the Odd Shills show where we go in, and a few of the videos suck, but it's because I didn't want to watch them. I just went by the title. Right? You know, sometimes you don't know, but you just get rid of it quickly and you go back into the pile, because, you know, we have a huge pile that we've, you know. Do you curate this shit? Is that what it is, DK? Is that curation? It can't be.
It's pulling out from underneath the rug. You know, it's what it is. But I gotta say, there are some fantastic videos of that queen. Someone's actually gave her a proper name, and I've lost it now. Rose, is that? Wow, where's it gone?
Romana.
Romana Didulo. Romana Didulo. And there's some great videos with her. With her, you know, she's not Canadian at all, but there's some great videos of her turning up with her eyes and all her staff, and they all wear uniforms, you know, in the same clothing and stuff. And she's talking to the audience, and she's saying, "Yeah, pan the cameras around to the audience, pan the cameras around." There's no one there. There's literally no one there. She's doing a speech to fucking no one. It's like, why? It's like Trump saying, "Oh, you know, so many people turned up to my, no one turned up. No one turned up. There's literally no one there. So why are you telling the people, your crew, to pan the cameras around to show the audience when there's literally no one there? Why are you doing that?"
So you're saying that this is like, she's like Trump, and I'm going to be like Biden. I can't finish a sentence, but sure, gosh darn it, you know, I'll win at the end. It's just.
I don't think there's a Republican Democrat thing. I think just.
Well, I don't know, but I'm just saying, she's going to go down.
She's going down.
You don't know me.
I was just telling my missus about her just a moment ago, and Nina Ryan, she pointed out, she says, these people that didn't pay their bills, did they go to court? So you can imagine in front of the court, and the judge says, "So why didn't you pay your bill?" Well, the Queen told me not to.
Because I sent all my money to this fucking nut bar.
I have seen videos of people talking about it, and the backlash of people doing that, and it's kind of crazy.
In Canadian court, if you were to say the Queen told me not to, the judge would say you spoke to Elizabeth. No, it's what's her name? Like that's not going to go well.
Yeah, Queen Dildo, whatever your name is.
Wait, remember the video we showed where she appointed herself moderator between Trump and Putin?
Putin, yeah.
And yeah, it's like no. You mean you mean Russia and Ukraine? Why are you bringing the U.S. in to be a moderator? Starsky, we got to show you that video. It was hilarious. The woman didn't even know what she was talking about. It was
holy shit. Can you imagine her actually being the mediator between those two and like World War III? Oh, for fuck's sake. It would, wouldn't it? It just is.
No, there wouldn't be World War III because Russia and America would have their utilities cut off, so we'll be all right. The missiles wouldn't be able to launch. They weren't plugged into electricity.
Oh God.
Yeah, as Carl Pilkington once said, something like, "There's a lot of nutters around wherever you go," you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he should know.
I mean, you know, you can get some crazy, batshit crazy people, but you get people like that just take it to a whole freaking new level. I mean, is she into all like every conspiracy going? Is she like every single one of them?
Pretty much so. She's very much QAnon-y.
Yeah.
Big time anti-vax and trying to sue people for stuff like that too.
Oh, trying to get people arrested and like police arrested and like.
That's what she was. Yeah, that's what she was doing the other night when she was taking her crowd to attack the police and to arrest them.
Arrest the police,
dude. Yeah. You want to hear a crazy one? I don't want to overly dox exactly where I live and stuff, but about an hour and a half north of me, there's a town that's a little bigger than mine, and they have a group of people showing up tomorrow at our local, our countrywide police, the RCMP, the station, and they are serving them legal papers for not taking action and arresting our public officials for enforcing vaccination restrictions and whatnot. And they are now serving what they say are legal papers against the police for failing to do their job. It's going to be one of those things that I hope the Canadian courts let it go through and, you know, release all kinds of information on it and let it be as public as hell to show how fucking stupid it is that we even have to waste $1 on this moronic shit because of a few rednecks who were brought up by their goddamn parents who didn't even get to grade 6 before they bowed out and married their own fucking cousins. Fuck you, you fucking rednecks.
Well, I'm going to switch tactics in a minute. Aimee, are you still around, sweetie pies?
I sure am. We have a super chat, please. Matthew SoCal for $5 American says Futch for Ambassador 2022. Thank you so much.
Hey, wait a minute, Aimee. You don't get off that light. What do you think about Queen Amidala Dildo?
Oh, she is something else. I've only seen a couple videos of hers. I want to look into her too at some point and see what she's up to. She seems pretty funny. So
the outfits they wear
funny
are
if
so
she wasn't
culty.
dangerous.
I think
Exactly.
I think she's that batshit crazy. I think she deserves a whole show, though, doesn't she? We need to do a whole show.
Probably
she does.
Probably at some point.
Amy,
yeah.
Yeah, Aimee, we could literally just go through her YouTube live on the spot. And you have to acknowledge, like, she has a decent sub count and gets okay viewers. And that's some scary fucking shit. I mean, that's akin to Daniel Pratt. Recently, thanks to Charlie Welch here and a few people, he was taken down yet again, but he was literally screaming in an angry voice for a certain somebody, I won't say, to kill themselves, man.
For heaven's sakes, when are people going to stop that?
Sorry, I missed that bit. Who was saying that?
Well, I don't want to give his
Pastor
name out.
Pratt.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, yeah, again.
But Charlie literally hate watches a couple of channels of nasty bastards and always flags them, always gets them taken down, is probably responsible for like 7 or 8 channel deletions where people have to come back yet again. And it's horrific, Charlie. Like I said to YouTube, I mean, the guy lives at the same house. It's the same IP address. How fucking hard is this?
I don't
that's
understand
what that
it.
was on Discord, right, gotcha.
Yep.
You know,
Well, in
if
fairness,
I
he
was
doesn't live in the same house as he did even 6 months ago. I think he lives with his parents now because reasons.
Yeah, but even still, once you get that IP address dropped from YouTube and then make a new account from same said IP address, it shouldn't be that hard to figure out, right? YouTube doesn't care because, you know.
No, Arwen says that shit every single day. Maybe like once a week. He doesn't say that those 3 words that I always say he says.
Yeah, we should educate everybody here. Arwen, like, so this Pastor Pratt guy we're talking about is an angry flat earther who believes in every conspiracy theory, right? Like the vax has literally killed millions, blah, blah, yada, yada. He's just a motherfucker. But then there's this Arwen guy. And Arwen, Charlie, tell the story of Arwen freaking out on his viewers because he was broke and then getting money and just being a fucking, you know, total, right?
It's like a bi-weekly cycle. That just, it happens. You called it. I do hate watch, and I probably need to see somebody about that. It's probably a problem, but it's, I'm not going to wear a cape and be like, I feel it's my duty, but it kind of is. I mean, it's pretty easy when you're getting ready for work to turn on that little worm and hit report because he's going to say, I won't repeat
within
3
minutes.
words he says about every day. Yeah, but he does that every day and then complains about the money. And you can see him work through a cycle where from the minute he gets paid by his loyal flock, PJ, CNET, and when it's getting to crunch time again, which is like twice a week, it seems like he's dying again and can't eat, and he loses his shit, gets worse and worse and worse and worse. Then people throw money at him and he's happy as a clam again.
Would you say, Charlie, that cycle of broke to happy and the way it goes, it seems driven a little bit more than just, okay, now I have money, but, you know, maybe
affirmation,
personal habits and stuff are definitely dictating the ability to be happy?
Yeah, and he said he'll brag about how he spends all this money on Alex Jones products and orders tobacco from America and has all this weed and drinks beer every day. But when it comes down to crunch time, which is, like I said, once or twice a week, where it's, if you guys don't support me, I won't have the energy and I won't be eating, so I won't do a show. Like, it's a huge threat to humanity that Arwen might not have a show.
Yeah.
Remember we built the bricks over his little arch and
That
we
was a
showed
good
him
one.
how he could make, and every time someone sent in his super chat, we put in a brick and we filled it up real quick.
That was as a producer in the background doing the gag, like building the bricks and stuff, Commander. I had so much fun doing that. I was in the background dying laughing doing
One
it
more
the whole
case of how
time.
Arwen's personality changes so fast. He was like I think it was yesterday or the day before, he was mad as hell at Oakley and the gang, at the way they treat him. He was really going in on them, like screaming at the camera, "You can't do that, Nathan!" And then 5 minutes later, he's on Flat Earth Debate, and he's just back to normal Nathan's punching bag. Literally 5 minutes
Wow.
later. Yeah. Fascinating specimen. A field day for any psychology student, for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
you know what?
On that, well, go on, Dick. You finish off.
I was just going to
I'll come
say,
back in.
I hadn't had decided on a topic for tomorrow's show. I have now. It's Arwen. That's what we're going to do. We're going to dive
Can
into
we
that
build the bricks
miserable
again?
piece.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy,
yeah, we will. And
I
we're
can
going to
help a
dive
lot.
into that miserable piece of shit as if we're analyzing Gollum from the fucking Lord of the Rings movie.
Oh, I have video of Arwen towing the Kremlin line.
Oh dear God.
Well, we can go to where he said how he tested his sexuality and kissed a guy. We can go to
That's
episode
awesome.
we can go to episode 82, the infamous episode 82, where he completely
Charlie.
loses his shit.
Charlie, you know the numbers. That's not healthy, dude. We have to talk, okay?
Oh, I know.
Okay, DK, sorry I took that there, but jump in, buddy.
No, that's all right. I can't even remember. I can't even think of a guy who would want to kiss that fucking piece of shit. You know, no matter what kind of weird sexual thing you might be into. But anyway, no, I was gonna bring it into something kind of, you know, a little bit more controversial, maybe.
Oh God.
And this is I tell you what, when we go back, it's gonna be one of these. Welcome to the Shills Shitty Debate. But the difference is, this time I'm not going to open up to two people to a debate. I'm going to open up to the entire panel. Now, I was watching a video the other day. It's just some guy who was talking about the whole thing that's going in with Trump and all that kind of stuff. And he has callers on his show, and some guy comes in talking about, you know, I think it was the Philippines. If you have to register to use the internet or a phone or whatever, you have to actually register your actual name. And so any kind of like use on the internet is you. It links back to you. So whatever you say or do on the internet, it can't be hidden. Now, a lot of these fucks go on about free speech. There's PJ in there, probably he'll be going on about free speech. I've got to have my free speech, but as long as you don't know who I am. Now, that's not how it works. That's not how it works in real life, is it? If you want free speech and someone's standing on the street corner saying what they like, they're not hidden. They're not hidden behind this secrecy of the internet. So, and I think we've got to the point where we've had our fun with the internet. Now it's time to get real. So if you speak on the internet, you are licensed to speak on the internet. Your name is attached to a social security number, or a particular number that says your internet number. So you just can't just go out there and just say whatever you like, because we know who you are and somebody else knows who you are and whatever. Do you think we're getting to that point now where the people have had their fun on the internet and now it's time to get real? Open up the panel.
I like it and don't like it. You know, I mean, pretty
True.
big brothery.
Yes, it is. Or is it?
Well, I don't mind it. I'd be fine with it. A lot of people wouldn't, but
well, it is. It's like it is good and bad in a way. The good point I can see is that because the thing is that people can go on the internet and you can be whoever you want, and you can make up any old shit, anything you like, and people will believe it. The thing is that if you're not able to hide your identity, right? I think that less people would be able to do that, because sometimes misinformation, especially on the internet, can be dangerous. We know this because
But-
people have hurt themselves and committed suicide over things that people have actually said online, right? So that's what they do. You get these keyboard warriors that can say any old shit they want to, but they would never say it to people face to face. So I think that prevents that. So if I was going to get in a debate, I would argue for that point. But then again,
I would say. I would say that a lot of companies are pushing towards this. If you try to make a Facebook account right now and you try to tell yourself that or use your name as the Dildo King of Chicago or something, Ferris Bueller reference, come on, know your movies. And but they refuse that shit now, and they really want somebody to be real. Now, some of you, like Aimee and a few, know that I'm not actually Dick Dawson in real life. It's not my real name. And it took 3 years of me being on YouTube as Dick Dawson, but then Facebook accepted me for an account under Dick Dawson, and I put my avatar in as my real picture, and they were like, yep, that's you, and they took the account, and it finally worked. But that's the kind of, barriers we're looking at. They're not the best if you're patient, right?
Go on,
Claire.
Claire. Dying to
Yeah.
weigh in on this.
Come on, you got your hand up, you scruffy mother.
Well, oh jeez. Well, I kind of get what Dick is saying, but I mean, you can come out like I am an avatar, whatever. But I would really like to see like a Snopes meter or like a Is It True or like a big red button. So like when people are selling shit, like and you get freaking slimed or a big bucket of manure falls on you or something, just to let people know that you're full of shit, because you're right, it does damage. Like I'm all for freedom of speech. Say whatever you want, do whatever you want. I want people to do whatever they want with their YouTube channels. I'm all for that, but I want them to suffer all of the consequences of misinformation, because there's a lot of damage going on out there, like serious damage. And I'm allergic to misinformation, and it's all scratchy and itchy out here.
Well, don't you
Also
think a
known as
lot?
Christianity.
Don't you think a lot of that damage is being done because people are hiding behind this mask of the internet?
The mask of the internet, yes. It depends on what you mean about the mask of the internet. Like they think
The fact that you can
can't.
hide, you can hide your ID. Nobody knows who you are. I mean, anybody can go to my channel and go back and look at my early videos. And I've got my fucking names out. I even got my address in there.
Yeah, that's like me. My name, I might use an avatar, but it's my name. It's me. It's really me. Like, yeah, it's me. That's my name. I mean, my last name's not Bear, obviously. That's my nickname, but
my last name
knows
not
my actual.
My last name's not guitars either.
All right, but it's like I don't mean like that kind of hiding. I mean, you mean the kind of hiding where they just stand there and just really causing harm, spewing stuff out at people. Like, I don't know. Some of them even do it though, DK, in their own name. Like that's what's getting me confused. I don't know so much if it's the mask as they think they're untouchable. Like because some of them do have their own names out here, and they still just think that they are just untouchable. Like there is no consequence. And I think they need to be shown it more often. Like with slime. Like slime would be cool. Jello or ketchup balls. Hey, things like that. That'd be fun.
Commander.
Jake the asshole was using his own face, and he thought that there was the anonymity on the internet. People will do things and they do suffer the consequences. He was using pepper spray to deal with a autistic person that he would happen to be like an in-home help aide. And that he thought that the internet provided him that anonymity. And there are people who are far worse who don't use their face. He got shit canned and everything, but these real scumbags. Now, as far as, providing making some kind of registry where they can track you, that can turn around and bite good people in the butt. Just look at what Russia does to people who tell the actual truth, prison. You have people running for Congress here in the United States promising to put their political opponents up against the wall, promising to put the people in their own party who will stand up to them up against the wall. Now, Mitch McConnell's a real piece of shit, but you got this guy in South Carolina, I forget his name, running for Congress. He's a preacher who basically wants to arrest Mitch McConnell, not for anything that he did wrong, but for not going along with the coup. And yeah, real violent people out there. And if they ever gain power, they will use something like that to track every decent person down.
Matt, you had your hand up. Was it a quick response? Otherwise,
No, it's okay. I thought better of it, but Mallory was next anyway. So
you thought better of it.
Yeah, it's all right to go.
Well, see, the thing, okay, we're going to go to Mallory now. Mallory's got your hand up because I mean, you are the queen of anonymity, of hiding. Because this sort of thing that I'm talking about, where you can't be hidden anymore. Wow. Yeah, that would fuck you up.
Well,
but you're harmless.
I am harmless
so far.
To a point. I wasn't before, right? Like just because. But I'm also talking about, like, how do people know if you're using your words into a parody or humor, or if it's actually your opinion? Like, it will get it. To me, it would be such in weird lines that now it's almost like, you don't fit into what's being said on whatever. Like, who's judging on what you said? Like, why can't, like, if you don't like what this person is saying, block them, right? If you don't like what they're doing, block them. But I'm also for this anomaly. But I'm also saying, like, we all had a stalker or an abusive ex or things like that, and that's why some of us hide our real name and things like that. Like, it's so, but also it's not hard to find, if this person does this, right, and you ban them and whatnot, their IP is blocked, right? Like, it's not hard to find if you really hated. Like, look at what happened not too long ago with the cancel culture, where some people plainly were just voting or being proud supporters of Trump, and we saw groups of attacking their work life, their family life, just for the smallest, littlest things, right? So it is so ridiculous, and somebody who just tries to find the humor out of it, and people stalk the shit out of me today. It's sickening, and I am, like what you said, I am one of the harmless ones out there trying to scare the lulz out of it, and I get a lot of grief. And this is not people who, like, but even let's say if I was a piece of shit, right? But I'm just saying, like, even if I was, I wouldn't even be here, for one. But two, but let's say I was, right? There's no harm. Report, block, whatever, right? If it's in their jurisdiction, like, every country has their own laws and stuff like that. Like, just because, and now the SJWs are insanely fucking sensitive now. So how do you know, like, if not a group of people said something like, well, whatever he said, he triggered me and shit, right? Like, it's I don't know, it's so messy. Like, and like Dick said, like, to get on to some of these sites, right, it requires so much information. Like, even when I change phones to get into my banking or whatnot, it's like, what's your email? What's your mom's name? It's like, it's already attached to you regardless, right? Like, I'm already paranoid as it is. So imagine if they're like, now you got to watch what you say. Why? So when could I have a moment to bitch or to vent or to say? So does that mean next time there's a law and it's bullshit, let's just say, or whatever the reason, it's bullshit, where do you have the freedom to to argue or vent about it or to discuss about it. Like, there's so many reasons I would vote for, like, yeah, nah, man, fuck them.
No, I didn't expect anything else. Dick, I think you got something to say.
Well, I was going to, but I had a couple over that whole rant, and at the end, you know, I'm not really sure where I should even start, but I will say that yeah, no, I need a second here because there's a couple that tie in there, and I want to make sure I get it right. Damn it! Hold on.
Well, just while you're going through your brain, what do you call it, palace? Thinking. There was a chat from Slate. Is it okay to get people you disagree with fired from their livelihood?
No.
Well, no. But here's the other thing. They probably wouldn't say the things they say if they think they could get away with it. That's an odd one.
DK, there is the odd time it would matter if there's like human safety involved and stuff and somebody's being reckless and you're like, holy shit, you know, I have the evidence to prove it. This, you know, this person's got to get out of here. But for the most part, that just sounds like malicious bullshit and corporate raiding and, you know, career stomping to the top. And I hate everything that's about. Oh, that's disgusting.
Well, the thing is, it also transgresses over or segues over to the idea that you know what you say on Facebook, an employer will check out before they employ you. They'll have a look to see what you like.
That's why I'm with a different name. Imagine that you go to work. Even college now checks your Facebook to see if you should. That's ridiculous. What I do on my Facebook, Twitter, whatever I do online, shouldn't like your office life is probably so different from like your I don't know, man. That's just ridiculous. It
is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. But what I'm saying is, have we got to that point now where we as people of Earth have got to fucking grow up and stop playing games behind personas? I mean, I think Mallory, I think you would be different because you could actually classify yourself as an act under that name in the same way as comedians. A lot of comedians don't go out on the road with their actual name, or actors don't use their actual names. They have a persona, and that's the act.
Yeah,
but even then, so there are comedians who are getting their acts are being cancelled because of cancel culture. But it's like, if you don't like their act, don't go fucking see them and complain about them. Just the whole social media, the whole internet thing has got to a point now where it's such a fucking mess. Yeah. I don't know how to fix it, and I think a lot of today's problems are based on.
Can I add something to this, please?
Please do, Starsky.
Please.
Yeah. So
I'm surprised it's still up.
Yeah. So in my opinion, it's like no matter what kind of nicknames we are using, those nicknames don't make us anonymous because we're building our personality on those nicknames, right? And they're part of us. And when we say something, we are responsible for what we say as people represented by those nicknames. So what matters is that you got to be responsible for what you say, no matter if you say it as John, Bill, or Bob. But if you spread your ideas being thought like completely anonymous, it can be quite dangerous sometimes because like what the way those bots, those bot farms function. So For example, here in Ukraine, Russians built a lot of bot farms to comment on different social media and stuff, and of course they don't they are not responsible for anything they say, because like every time you publish some kind of video or publication or whatever, there will always be a bunch of bots commenting shit. Why don't you tell us about your Nazi president who eats kids, and shit like that. But they are not commenting as persons, as personalities. So it doesn't matter what kind of nickname or avatar or whatever you have, but if you represent yourself and you are responsible for your words and you are prepared to have this responsibility, then it's legit. But if you're just like an anonymous person without a name, that's totally another story. So that was my point.
Well, you could get to a point where was it like Facebook or YouTube? You can be what's the word I'm trying to think of? But you are actually given like a tick as you are that person, or you are a real person behind of it. Come on, someone help me out here. There's a name for it on social media that actually confirms you are an actual person. And
authentication.
Authentication. Thank you. Came from a non-English speaking Ukrainian.
Yeah.
Verified.
Not just non-English speaking, but somebody who literally earlier today on this channel stream said, "Oh, my English sucks today," but he was first, right?
Yeah. Oh, and there goes the air raid. Oh yeah. Oh shit. I'll still hang around. No worries. No worries. But
Starsky, you're the goods, buddy. I love it.
Oh, got balls of fucking brass. No, I forgot what the point was now. Never mind. Someone else pick it up.
Sorry, buddy.
Matt, you giggled. You pick it up.
I don't know what else to say. I think I've said my piece, to be honest with you. I mean, everything that I said earlier on, I mean, don't forget, despite the fact that I don't think it's such a bad idea having something like that, is that we do have a system now, thank goodness, at least in the UK, there are regulations as to what you can and can't say online and what you can do online. If you do commit a crime or cause an offence, you can be investigated and they can find out who you are. And actually, it isn't that difficult. I just think that I think the laws need to be tightened a lot more, so that not necessarily in terms of hate speech, because that's a very grey area and it's very objective, right? Or subjective. But yeah, I think it's kind of already there, but it's not a worldwide thing, is it? It needs to be really in every country, because don't forget, when we speak to people on the internet, it's quite often it's international, right? You're speaking for different countries, so somebody from Turkey can say almost anything, and there's not a whole lot the police can do, from this direction, if you know what I mean, in our country, because they're in a separate countries where they've got very different laws. So it's there is a certain amount of control, but
like for example, take PewDiePie, all right? And PewDiePie uses this name not because he is a terrorist or because he's trying to hide his real data or whatever, or commit crimes. It's because it's part of his personality.
Right.
Same with my nickname, because in Ukraine literally everybody knows my real name, and it's not because I'm trying to hide it, it's because like everybody knows me.
Yeah.
With that,
we know.
with that another name.
I mean, I know you. I could call you by your real name right now, and you yourself know that I have a different name as well. But we use our on-air personalities because that's what we choose to do. It just makes life a little easier, right?
Right.
Yeah, and by the way, it makes my chiefs a bit mad, because like when I have interviews or like some official commentaries on a TV, I'm using my call sign, and yeah, it's kind of funny. There was
Yeah.
this funny story when I had a live early in the morning on one of our TV channels, and I streamed from our positions, and then one of our generals called my chief, and he said, "Is Starsky your guy?" And he was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Tell him like he does a great job and stuff like that." And he was like, "Who? Oh my god!" So he called me, and he was like, "Dude, like good news and bad news. Good news is that our general says that like you did well. Bad news, you will never receive an award. Some Starsky will receive it instead of you."
Yeah, so Starsky's going to get it, but this you will not. You're right. You got you.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, it creates a sort of a personality, doesn't it? But I mean, it's not difficult because I don't know if you know, but if you ever go onto sort of forums, discussion forums, right, what they do is they ask for your real name and they ask for your display name, right? I mean, that's not difficult because then you can have on social media, it'd be quite easy. You can have your display name, which everybody will see. And when you type in a chat or whatever it is you're talking on or whatever it is, it will display that name. Say, for instance, me, it was M2M. All they would need to do is maybe a few clicks of a mouse to look a little bit further and see what your registered name is. That's that kind of thing's not that difficult. And I think a lot more social media outlets, ought to do that perhaps a little bit, because if you can find email addresses, eventually you can find out who you are anyway. With your because that's actually that part of it is actually not that difficult with your IP address, especially. So you can find out. There are ways and means. And I think maybe that needs to be more already available. More social media.
Well,
need to do
the funny thing is, I had some. I was having a battle with some guy, and he set up a website, and I didn't. It was anonymous to him, or to all of us, and we all signed up. And I was getting an email to log in to sign into his website with a chat and all this kind of stuff. And I was I was emailing the administrator of this website. It says, why is it got this guy's name in the email? Well, why is it linking back to him? If you go into the information of the email, it was linking back. So the guy said, "Oh no, no." But no, the guy was setting up a fake website to try to drag. I'm just forget it. But it doesn't matter. But the guy was using he was setting up a fake website to drag people in, get their emails and get all the codes and everything. It was just like never mind. Anyway,
this is why I don't click on random links. This is why I don't grab on links. No, thank you. Nope.
Well, I tell you what, everybody, it's been a goodly shittly chat. I think we could actually talk about this a lot longer, to be honest with you, because it's a pretty cool subject, and I think the days of being free speech on the internet without a name is those days are getting numbered. But that's my own personal opinion. It's not the opinion of the show. Grandpa DKG is telling war stories again. Yeah, okay. Yeah, exactly. I'm just gibbering. So we're going to say goodnight to everybody. We're going to do a round panel. a good night. Aimee, do you want to take us out?
I sure can, and I'm going to start as I always do with Mipet 69 first. Mipet, what are your thoughts on the show this evening?
Well, we started with Mallory still undefeated in her own mind, and Moose and Mouse were in Scottish. There was an issue about that apparently, and also Samantha W. Russia is a terrorist state. Go check it out. And then we ended up with anonymity. I can't even say it either to Mal on the net. And anonymity. And yes, I agree that it is a subject that we should discuss sometime. And
Absolutely.
there was a lot of shit in between, and yeah, I'm going to take notes on a Friday night, so fuck you lot. It's actually Saturday morning. It's Saturday morning for me, and I've already had a Friday night, so yeah, fucking hell.
Fuck this, fuck that, and fuck your hat, right, Mipet?
Yeah, exactly.
We need the bucket kitty.
Yeah. I mean, you work me to death on a Saturday night, and that's a Sunday morning for me. So fuck, I do make an effort, but no, it was a fun night, guys. So yeah, thanks for coming, and yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Awesome. And next up, we have Mallory's Asylum. Mallory, what are your thoughts on this evening?
Oh, shit.
It was, yes. No, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be here.
Yes.
I like these fun little debates. Sorry, Starsky, that I won and such, but no hard feelings. Everyone loses against me, so it's no big deal. But yeah, thank you. Have a good night, peeps.
Thank you so much. It's brilliant. I love it. Yeah. And next up, we have Commander 401. Commander, what are your thoughts on this evening?
Excellent night. All I have to do is say it was excellent and be quick about it.
Okay, thank you so much. And next up, we have Operator Starsky. What are your thoughts on this evening?
I just cannot stop crying from losing to Mallory. Anyway, yeah, so it was fun. It was fun. It was awesome, and yeah, we all should remember that online we have a right to be anonymous from the personal security standpoint, but we have absolutely no right to be reckless.
Yes,
absolutely, 100%. I agree with that.
Totally.
Thank you so much. And next up, we have Dick Dawson. Dick, what are your thoughts on this evening?
I have to dig deep for these ones. No, that was we had some horror stories of bullshit in the earlier show on Ukraine Update, and we can only hope that America please bring that new 800 million worth of toys and stuff through, and other countries dig deep into the coffers, not for money but for actual ammunition and arms and stuff. Send them, because we don't have time to manufacture. What we need is to blow orcs up and watch orc blood grow sunflowers on the God-given earth that is Ukraine's soil. Right, Starsky?
100%.
There we go. Thank you very much. That was brilliant. And next up, we have Claire Esper. Claire, what are your thoughts on this evening?
Yeah, it was a great show. Thanks for having me here, DK. It was entertaining. Nice to see Matt back, and it was fun to hear from Starsky. I agree with you about that internet issue. Well said. Yeah. Oh.
It was perfect.
Yep. Another one in the bucket. Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. Thank you so much. And next up, we have M2M Matt. Matt, what are your thoughts on this evening?
Yeah, it's been fun and interesting at the same time. But I just want to announce, you see, Mallory is not as anonymous as she thinks, because I know who she is. I know who she is. And I'm waiting for the right moment to reveal.
What?
All.
What?
Just wait and see.
Oh, man.
What?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Mallory, be afraid. Be very
Can I
afraid.
ever tell you, Matt, that you're my favorite shill?
Wait a minute here.
You better
Wait
believe
a
it.
minute,
Better
Mallory.
believe it, bitch.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. All right. Thank you so much. And last but not least, we have DKG Custom. DKG, what are your thoughts on this evening?
Wow, that was a mighty big pile of fun. Wouldn't you say? That was a big, mega bag of shits, giggles, laughs, and some serious chit chats, and some interesting subjects that we should, we can really expand on. Queen Dildo, whatever her name is, and the fact of the internet and all that kind of stuff. There's some really topics we got into, and some great debates, I've got to say. And well done, Starsky, for winning the mash over LOLO, because you won that one. So never mind, Mallory. Next time, next time we'll have Mallory debating Starsky about the operations of the of a machine gun or something like that. Yeah, just see how she goes.
Easy. Bang, bang, bang. So
There you go. They won again.
There we go. It's done.
Over to you, Aimee.
Oh, thank you very much. It was a great evening. It was a good time, and I do agree with everybody about the anonymity on the internet and how it does embolden people to act not so good.
Well, you're the only one that can say it right.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, it was a very good topic, and it might make a good show sometime. I'm putting together some ideas for ones down the road, so that might be one to cover too. So I think that's pretty good. And I do want to thank everyone in the panel for coming. It was a great conversation. And it was really great. It was a lot of fun. I want to thank everyone in the chat, especially for coming. You all do a great job supporting the show. Thank you so much. And we always enjoy doing these shows for you. So thank you very much. I want to wish everyone a good night. Thank you very much, everyone. Good night.
Good night. And on the way out, everybody in the chat, make sure you hit the little bell notification thing and the little doodaddy light thing and all that kind of stuff.
Snacky tickle.
Yeah, I know it's got to be done. PJ says we've overrun. We've overrun by a few minutes. So fuck YouTube. So till next time, you buggers. Let's get
hold on. Can I give a personal shout out, PJ? My grandma says, look, I'm sorry, but you're showing up, but you're not putting out. Everything's limp and wilted, and seriously, she's gonna have to move on. So on that note, DK, you carry us out, buddy.
It's over. Go home.